Best Ball Mania 4, $25 to potentially win $3 million. No pressure, fellas. No pressure. The RTM crew here is going to draft their first ever best ball team. And we're going to do it live together for our followers.
Boys, I'm excited for this. This is a good opportunity for us to do this together, I think.
This is fun. We've probably done a couple dozen collectively as a group here, and now we are joining forces for the chance at 3 million. So no, I'm fired up. Awesome.
How are we feeling for builds? Are we going like 3 quarterback build, 2 quarterback build? We going late tight end? Or are we just gonna let the draft kind of come to us?
Let's see where the board takes us, but I think some of us have the same strategies here. Like if we don't get a Kelsey Mahomes stack, or we don't fall into a Goddard or TJ Hawkinson pick at good ADP, like we punt on tight end. But I think we just let the board talk to us, and then we talk back, baby.
We talk back. I agree. Wow, I just got the chills. Let the board talk to us, and we talk back.
That was moving.
Oh my god,
that was absolutely moving.
I might start crying.
I'm with Keegan on the tight end punt. I've typically just really been punting on tight end for kind of where some of them are in terms of ADP. I don't love using capital there, but let's see what's there for us.
As far as builds go, Shaun, I'm kind of on the 2, 6, 8, 2 hype. So for our listeners, 2 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 8 wide receivers, and 2 tight ends. Now that will change on your draft. Like if I have 5 stud or 3 stud running backs, maybe you only go 5 there, and you get 2 other guys that can help you get some spike weeks. And then you have a weak tight end room. You can add a third just for some higher point potentials. But it's all about how these drafts shake out in front of you and kind of what's available to you. So you have to be ready to pivot on the fly. It looks like we're the 3rd pick, boys.
Ooh.
So,
wow. I haven't been above 4th ever.
Cooper Kupp.
So
I'm already flag planning for Cooper Kupp.
I'm into Cooper Kupp here at 3. I've taken Tyreek at 3 a little bit. Now, if Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase for some reason slips to 3, we obviously automatically pick that.
But we have to smash Jefferson or Chase at 3.
But I'm down to go Kupp here. I already have a couple Hill teams at the 3 spot. I don't actually have any Cooper Kupp at all exposure quite yet. I think he has a path to be a top 2 wide receiver in fantasy this year. He was averaging 23 points a game before he got injured last year in a very bad Rams offense and an unhealthy Stafford. So I'm just going to go ahead and cue him up right here.
Healthy again. There's no reason why he's not a top 2, top 3 wide receiver. The volume is just going to be obnoxious.
I kind of think that offense rebounds. And I think that defense also sucks. So I think there's an opportunity for high passing volume.
Perfect. Yeah, it could be perfect.
Okay. All right. Cooper Kupp off the board for our team fantasy.
Okay. So that means Tyler Higbee, Van Jefferson in the back end of this draft. We have opportunities to stack Matt Stafford. The rest of this stack is ridiculously cheap.
It's cheap.
So we can go with a stronger QB play too and build a stack off of that and have that reverse Rams stack.
Yep.
So I really like the Cooper Kupp selection. I think he deserves to go 3. And basically the only reason people aren't drafting him is because there's injury issues and questions about the Rams offense. And we need to take advantage of that. I love Kupp.
Absolutely. Bye.
So we got Tyreek.
I think people are super high on Tyreek Hill too with that offense. So he's been going at 3 a lot.
Wow.
So
AJ
let's go ahead and check out the board view.
7. That's pretty high. I don't know if I would have taken Kelsey over CMC. That means that guy's going to take Mahomes at 20 if he's there. I mean, that's all but
probably so. There.
Jalen Hurts at 18 is definitely in play there with the AJ Brown stack. I mean, you could see these quarterbacks go off the board really quick here, Josh Allen with Diggs.
In rounds 2 and 3, they fly off the board.
Yeah. Bijan at 10.
Yeah, we might have 3 QBs go here in the second round on the wrap. Bijan at 10, pretty good value.
I love
CD at 11.
CD's a first round pick now. Fully his ADP is risen past Javonte, the quarterback concerns. I don't know how I feel about him above Amon-Ra St. Brown. I just think Amon-Ra is going to outproduce him. He's one of my favorite picks right now in all of best ball, if you have it towards the back end.
I've got a ton of ARSB exposure, and I'm not going to stop doing it.
All right, so let's go back to the available players. Keegan, we're drafting at what slot? 20?
So we've got 8 picks away.
21?
I think it's the
22 is our draft pick.
All right, so that puts us in prime Jalen Hurts range, which would be nasty. Nick Chubb and Tony Pollard.
I would want to go hero QB. Nick Chubb could be great because then we could get a wrap and do like 2 elite running backs and then just smash the wide receivers for the next couple rounds and see how that goes. But let's see where these next Taylor's off the board. So, some people I'm looking at 22 could be
Tony Pollard.
If you wanted
It's
to,
very intriguing.
yeah, Tony Pollard. I like Jalen Hurts if he makes it to us and just kind of go with that super QB, like hero QB. And then, like you said, later we get a Matthew Stafford stack to at least one of our wide receivers and quarterbacks are stacked together. But yeah, let's see how this goes. We got 5 picks. Waddle off the board. This is really interesting to me. Garrett Wilson going 13 is even too high for my liking right
Ahead
now,
of
but he
St.
continues to
Brown.
climb up best ball drafts. Yeah. Oh, there's
the
Hurts.
Kelsey owner at 20 has to take Mahomes.
So the AJ Brown owner
called
just
that.
took Hurts.
Called that. And
Yep.
then Kelsey's going to go right. I mean, Mahomes
Kelsey's-
is going to go right before us.
Yeah, you're stacking Mahomes right there. There he goes. Cool.
I kind of
already
like
know
Nick Chubb here, guys.
Nick Chubb. Give it to us.
if Nick Chubb's there.
Give it to me.
Well, this is Tyreek Hill, so maybe he goes Hill, but
Let's see how aggressive he is.
or
give
Chubb,
it.
I mean.
Give it to me. Let's do it.
Okay,
Lock it in.
Let's take Chubb.
Lock it in.
I love that.
Lock it in.
What a fantastic start here.
Oh
So
my
we're
God.
up in 4 picks again. We have a Derrick Henry on the board, a Mondre Stevenson and Nick Chubb build, and then just go crazy
Josh.
on wide receivers
Josh
is an
Jacobs.
option here.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh
off the
just
board.
went.
Oh, Jacobs
Snipe.
is gone. Do we talk Lamar?
I like Mondre here.
Do we talk
Oh,
Lamar?
Lamar would be fun.
It's a little early.
I kind of want to grab a running back here. I think like the value drops off pretty
If it's
quick.
Josh Allen, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. If it's Josh Allen, I mean that's just an absolute slam.
I'm very on board with Josh.
That's
Okay.
slam it. Oh my
Guys.
goodness,
Wow.
this is
At 27,
a draft.
Okay.
This is a draft.
we are
So
we're cooking with.
I mean that's a hero. I mean this is a
right
build. My favorite builds are to go where you're able to nab your quarterback, your running back, and your wide receiver. Like we have our hero.
1, 2, 3
we
like
can
that.
we can anchor hero RB. Like we don't have to touch RB for the next 3 or 4 rounds. Like I think we
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
I think
hammer wide receiver.
Hammer wide receiver, absolutely.
yeah, and we're looking at like if we're punting on tight end, like we talked about in the beginning, like maybe we do snag a Dawson Knox or we try and reach for Kincaid, but Gabe Davis is in play for us here. I think
You know,
The
there's
8th
also a
round.
James Cook stack later on since we are doing a hero RB approach, so we have some options in the future here
Yep.
as we're trying to build out the rest of this roster. Mondre
Well,
went
we've
right
got some
after
time
us.
before it wraps back. Should we show what the roster construction looks like in terms of how many people it takes into account every week in terms of
Oh yeah, the
your 1 QB, your 2 running backs, 3 wide receiver, etc.?
Where can I see that?
I think
boys.
where
That
was
is
this?
that
I'm
is.
trying
I
to-
know you guys are getting informative for our audience, but I am still just hose me down. That is. I mean, that is a way to start a draft, fellas.
It's a pretty dream. Josh Allen getting to us at 27 just like typically never happens.
All of those picks were value. We went a little higher on Kupp than ADP, but letting Chubb fall to us at 22 and then letting Allen fall to us at 27 is insane.
Pretty ideal.
Pretty interesting that this Diggs team right here didn't go with the Josh Allen stack. Now, not that I like disagree with what he did here, because I still think Hurts and Mahomes are more valuable than
Yep.
Josh Allen. So maybe he just didn't see the value there. But pretty interesting move from the Diggs stack. But you see AJ
Yeah.
Brown, Travis Kelce get built out really quick in a stack here.
I called that.
I would have
thought
loved
Allen-
Lamondre
I would have
if
too.
Allen
Here's-
wasn't there. That would have been an option too.
I think that would have been the pick. I think Stevenson would have been the pick I fought hard for. I don't know how Aidan feels about
Andre.
Mondre,
Yeah,
but
I'm struggling to draft Brees right now at his ADP, just given the fresh off the injury. So I think
if he's my first running back, I don't know if I would do it because it's risky.
Same.
But if I've already got a Nick Chubb and then I get a Brees Hall, I'm all into that.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Anch-
That
you
risk
can't
becomes more
anchor.
stomachable.
Yeah, you can't anchor to Brees Hall. Like he's kind of a dart. So if
No.
you're building,
Look at this right here, fellas. Team 12: Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Deebo Samuel, DeAndre Hopkins, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Amari Cooper, and maybe let's see who's best available here.
Fields. Oh,
We've got
I love Fields. I love
Him.
Fields in best ball. But if we
we've got
didn't
a
get
running
Josh,
back option here.
if we didn't get Josh Allen, we're living in
They
this
just
world where
another wide receiver.
like Justin Herbert in like the 5th round is an option for us. If we didn't get Josh Allen, like we might have been a little more, we might have had to reach on ADP at quarterback. I mean, or
So teams
maybe let the board fall to us.
11 and 12 both went 4 wide receivers to start, which I don't think I've done once yet. I don't know about you guys. Have you attacked the wide receiver position that aggressively yet?
No,
Not yet. I've been building out more balanced rosters, and there's not really there's so many people who enter these these pools and tournaments. It's hard to say what's wrong or right. Like it is just kind of like
agree.
personal preference. All right, 5 picks. We've
So we're
got
hitting
a slew of
receiver at this
wide
point,
receivers here. Drake
Jerry.
London off the board. I think I would have loved that.
Judy's
Jeudy.
my favorite.
Jeudy. I like Jeudy.
I like Keenan Allen here. I really like
those
Terry
4.
McLaurin, but I think out of these 4, I'm trying to think of offenses that I want to attach myself to here. So Kellen Moore with the Chargers and Keenan Allen, who is going to probably be wide receiver 1. Mike Williams' health in question. More passing. This is a big threat for Justin Herbert. I'm just trying to think of potential offenses I want to anchor myself to. And remember, it is half PPR, so touchdowns are what we're looking for.
First there, then DJ Moore is my second favorite.
I like Jeudy because we're trying to win $3 million. Judy's upside is wide receiver, like top 8 finish. I just don't see that for.
I agree. So Judy's there. I'd be thrilled to get Jeudy there as our wide receiver 2.
Okay, I'm just going to cue this and let this one go about it so we can talk a little bit more. But because we do have another pick coming up here, and this is the thing with these 30-second picks.
Yeah, maybe Keenan falls to us. What if we took Jeudy here?
I would love that.
Okay.
I would love that.
Kirk falls there too.
Oh, yeah.
I know we've talked a ton about Christian Kirk.
I'm just super big on Keenan Allen's potential this year with Kellen Moore. So I think that's a pretty good pick in that range as well, too. These wide receivers are kind of sketchy. I would have had London above all of them, I think, but obviously other people think the same thing. So
I'd be shocked if Keenan falls.
He's got bad buzz.
Let's see what these rosters are ahead of us. So we've got 3 teams with 2 wide receivers, but they've already started to build out some balance here. So, there he goes.
Okay.
So Christian Kirk, I don't think TJ Hawkinson is in the play for us. I think we've kind of already agreed we want to punt on tight end. We have an opportunity to get a potential wide receiver 1 here.
Kirk in DJ Moore, I'm pretty happy with here.
I like Kirk.
I'd rather have Kirk.
I think I would too. I'm obviously drafting a lot of Christian Kirk right now. I think
that over both of them. Okay.
I just like the Jaguars offense. I like it.
I want to attach myself to good quarterbacks and high scoring offenses.
The volume look at the passing volume we just locked in here. I mean, it's just it's insane how many targets we've just drafted.
And we're setting ourselves up if we are believing in the Denver Broncos offense. We just discussed this on our OTA pod. For those who haven't listened to that, make sure you go listen. But we did talk a little bit about Russell Wilson and his kind of emergence back to his old self. So we're maybe opening up a Russ Wilson stack. That would be a great 2 quarterbacks to have on this roster. And then you don't have to worry about any other. But you could stack that with Jeudy. But I like where we're at here, boys. We got 17 picks. Let's check out how the board is going.
I've stacked Denver a couple times, especially with how cheap you get Dulcich too. I'm getting a guy like Jeudy, Wilson, and Dulcich. Pretty cheap stack overall. I've done that a handful of times.
I like where your head's at.
You guys know where Jerry Jeudy finished in yards per route run last year?
It made it on me.
14th. Ahead of Keenan Allen, Drake London, Amari Cooper, Terry McLaurin, Devontae Smith, DeAndre Hopkins, Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf.
That's pretty good company there.
Jerry Jeudy finished, I think, as the wide receiver 3 in the last 5 weeks of the year.
Yeah, he had a very good
How many
end of the
games
season.
did he miss again?
Just saying.
It was a good month.
Jerry Jeudy's had a pretty disappointing start to his career, but I think there's some really
Uber
strong
talented.
opportunity to buy in with the impact that Sean Payton has on this team now. Think about Sean Payton. He had him pick up his 5th-year option, so I think we can say that he has the stamp of approval from Payton. I think it's a really good opportunity for Jeudy. And I love Keenan Allen. Anyone that follows our TikTok page knows that anyone that disrespects Keenan Allen, he was awesome last year. He was really, really good. He was not dust. But Keenan Allen's upside, it's like maybe top 12, top 15. But like Jerry Jeudy's range of outcomes, I could see like top 6 in terms of overall performance. Like he has that big of a breakout year. So I just like that upside more when we're trying to win $3 million.
That is 5 wide receivers from Team 11.
I was just about to say the same thing, but they
Is 12
now
going to do it too?
a team like that can just build out the rest of their rosters with potential quarterback stacks. Like they've got Jared Goff, Dak Prescott potential, and this Jeudy Rogers guy on the 11th pick. You know, they have options. The running backs, I feel like in rounds 4 and 5, Mixon is a great value. Like had maybe Kirk and all them been gone, Mixon is good value there. But you know, there's definitely more wide receivers available right now that you want to scoop up with good volume, good touchdown potential, and just good offenses and try and recoup some running backs later. Plus, we have Nick Chubb right now. So I think we're in a good
total
spot here.
hero RB. We're taking the hero anchor RB approach where we have our clear stud and we'll build out the room around him.
Take a 6 wide receiver. Come on.
All right, I'm going to go back to the rankings. Let's start taking a look. So we got 7 picks here.
Oh my God, they did it.
Tony, already. They got 6 wide receiver. That's crazy.
That's just
okay. Shaun, talk me through your thought process in the 6th round here. So we're 6 picks away. We only got 1 running back. We have 3 great wide receivers, and obviously we have Josh Allen. I think quarterback is out of the play here. Even though Trevor Lawrence, we have Christian Kirk. I don't think that's the smartest way to build out point potential.
No, it's pricey
on our roster right now.
It's an expensive stack.
It's a little pricey. Yeah. There is, you know, some names I like here, and Tyler Lockett. I like Brandon Ayuk. We talked about Godwin. Dobbins would have been a great, honestly, option there. He just got picked. But I think over these players right here, I'm kind of looking at Lockett and Ayuk a bit. There goes one of them.
This is
out of this range here, though. Is
honest.
This is tough.
This is pretty cool here.
I like Cam Akers on the wraparound, and I like Gabe Davis on the wraparound. So, do we prioritize the stack and take Davis at 78 and potentially reach on a running back over ADP right now?
Well, do we think Gabe Davis makes it back to us? So if we have Josh Allen, I would say we go with Gabe Davis, get the stack, and take what comes back to us. So we get a stack with our quarterback. That would be my option. It is above ADP here, but there's no guarantee that yeah,
it's fine. There are a bunch of running backs on the back end of this range that we can pull off.
Because if we're going to take Gabe Davis at 75, we're still reaching above ADP on him. So
let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do that stack.
We reached, but
sometimes
we did
you got to get your guy.
We did it for the
if it's
stack.
5 or 10 slots, yeah.
But on the wraparound, we now have an option at Akers. We can. I don't really think Rachaad White's a buy, but Alexander Madison's a potential buy. I mean, Swift is a big swing. I think Swift could be worth it. It's a fucking risk. There's no denying it. But
I'm not opposed to Swift or Akers.
Akers would really lean us into this Rams offense. Like, really.
Yeah, so it's like, how much do we want to attach ourselves? Are we going to lean? Because if we go Akers, then I think we're probably going to look at a Matthew Stafford instead of a Russell Wilson. So it's like, what offense do you want to buy into?
Yeah. I think with our hero running back already, we can be a little riskier with DeAndre Swift, personally.
It's a dice roll. I think I'm here for it.
Would be my lean here.
I think we already went Gabe Davis. He's already Mr. Boomer Bust, so why not take DeAndre Swift?
And there goes Cam Akers off the board for us, too. Okay, let's swoop up.
So this actually fell to us pretty well in terms of it. Like, we kind of only had one choice in terms of what we really wanted to do there.
Okay, so
I like this.
We can attack other positions.
I like the way we look right now.
We can attack running back. I mean, we have our 4 core, right? And so in best ball, you play 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a flex. Typically, that flex is going to be a wide receiver. We have that. I think it'd be nice to get something a little more little more safer to pair with Gabe Davis, but I really like
Yeah,
that
I
correlation
agree.
we already have there. I really like and we can go take Dawson Knox later on. I don't know if I want to reach for Kincaid. He's a little pricey, but
The ADP is a little tricky on
we
him
could
for how unknown it is.
we could like Dr. Frankenstein our tight end room, and one of the pieces can be Dawson Knox, and just hope he catches a couple touchdowns in like a game or something, and we can use him.
Yep.
So what's going on with these receiver guys, Keegan? I want to see how they're.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was trying to pull up my sheet. I have a sheet for Week 17 matchups. If we also want to get into that,
CeeDee
a little
Lamb,
bit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, Amari Cooper, Mike Williams, Jordan Addison, Kadarius Toney. How can you draft 6 wide receivers and they're all like it's not even that good? Like CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amari Cooper's fine. I might just be a Browns hater, but Mike Williams
Pretty high on Amari.
injured right now. Jordan Addison
Yeah.
injured. He's probably
He'll be
fine.
good.
But
Yeah,
Kadarius Toney, like what? I don't know.
It is a crazy
Next
build. I'm
running
not going
back
to sit
is
here and say I've
Madison.
ever done something like that.
You would really need things to go right in terms of these later picks,
You're
but
just
like I
lighting.
just don't see it.
You're like lighting. This guy lit $25 on fire. I mean, we probably did too.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least
it
makes sense.
You
I'd rather
really
take
never
the
know
roulette
in these
then.
drafts, like. So let's talk about our build here real quick, boys. So we've got 2 running backs, we've got 4 receivers, and we've got Josh Allen already. Positional values or players that might be available in 9 picks. We're talking Javonte Williams, Rashad Bateman, James Cook would be a great
Go ahead and
option
put
here
that
to get a running
star
back in the
on
room.
James Cook. We don't have to draft him, but that's what I do in every draft. I draft too much James Cook.
I like James Cook. A ton of Elijah Moore whispers. It's a little riskier, but
We
I
do
don't
have
love
Nick
him.
Chubb, so we could go into a team stack there as well with Elijah Moore. I think Cook
Yeah.
is definitely in play here, and we'll be right about ADP when we draft him at our next pick.
yeah, I think
so. We'll see
I'd-
if he falls
I'd feel
to
better
us.
about Cook, given the wide receivers we already have.
Do we feel good about maybe a Javonte swing? I mean, we talked about him. We don't think he's going to start the season on our OTA podcast, but do we take?
I
the
love
swing?
Javonte. I love Javonte. We do kind of already have a
It's 2 really risky RBs,
Yeah.
but we do have our heroes at the same time.
But look at how
Yeah,
bad
and
it
the
is
thing is-
at running back here.
Oh.
It's I think we got
It gets dark.
I think it's good we need to end the 8th round with a running back, in my opinion. We
Okay.
do. If you go back, we do have Pirine as an option. We do have Charbo. If we got to think about who's going to be there
Yeah.
on the next go. We don't have to go for.
I really
quarterback
like
right now.
Brian Robinson in this range. I'm not going to lie. Now, do I
You've been
think
drafting
that?
him too as well.
Yeah, I mean that's just 100. His ADP is a pick 107. I mean, we're talking about a guy who could touch the ball 200 times this year.
Yep. Okay.
This-
wow.
this team
Charbo's
is
coming.
the-
Okay.
The fun pick to
Charbo
me.
went at
James Cook seems
92. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
So,
lock it in.
We
Book
could
it
get
in.
Cook here right
Cook
about
or
ADP.
Javonte
Yeah.
here.
Let's book it in. Even though our friend of the pod, Kev, thinks James Cook's the backup, I'm draft him. Let's do it.
Okay, I like this. We've got a full Buffalo stack now, so I don't even think we want to mess with the Buffalo offense anymore here. But we've got 3 picks away. We're looking at some Javonte Williams, Cortland Sutton, if we are really believing in that Denver offense. Juju, Njoku's
Njoku's
actually a
interesting.
pretty good pick here
Njoku's interesting. At
because
99.
we'll build out a little Cleveland team stack here as well too, and we also get a better tight end.
Well, but hear
That's
us
at
out.
pretty good value.
Hear me out. If Javonte's here at 99, I think we should take him. At
See what
99, we already have 3 running backs.
I agree with that.
If he's there at 99, I think we should take Javonte.
I've kind of been playing
Okay.
bargain bin tight end the entire time at that point as your 4th running back.
Damn.
Wow. I mean, yeah.
So he's here. I think we do it.
I do. I mean, that's good value. I don't love it. I'm nervous.
Because
But we already have 3
I'm
guys.
feeling much
We already have 3 dudes.
our running back room.
Yeah, but if your fourth guy is Javonte Williams on your best ball roster, like that's awesome.
That's pretty good.
You know, this if he was
I
healthy,
think so.
you'd be drafting him, you know, in the 40 range or 30 range.
Scoop
maybe,
him up.
if he's healthy.
Scoop him up. It would be a reach for B Rob or P Ryan, and I'm not taking it. We're not taking either of these quarterbacks. So,
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed there.
okay.
Cool. So we're looking really good with our running back room.
Oh, so this guy
I
took
think.
Tua. Was this the guy who drafted all the running backs? I mean, I need to see this guy who keeps drafting the wide receivers. What their plan is.
No, it's a little farther behind us.
Wow,
This is an insane run of wide
that
receivers.
team low key got squad with the RBs.
Which team?
That pick 12.
This one's yep.
I mean, Damian Pierce is going to
That's
have to
not
be
bad.
good, but we love Damian. The other guy did it wrong, where he went Tony and Addison. He just didn't have to take them,
He went in too deep.
but he still got Watson.
just-
Dude, he could have had J.K. Dobbins instead of Jordan Addison. Instead of Kadarius Tony,
Pierce,
could have
Miles
Damian
Sanders.
Pierce. You know, but hey, sometimes
To each of their own.
yeah, sometimes you talk to the board, and sometimes it doesn't talk back.
If Quentin Johnston was there for us, I probably would have taken him, but he was.
I'd have been into that. Yeah. I like where we're at so far. I still do like. I don't mind getting a player like Njoku around these rounds, or
I don't either.
maybe even a Freiermuth, because sometimes punting on it. Also, Kincaid will be likely available around our draft spot. Some other guys that are available at the wide receivers that I kind of like are Tyler Boyd. So on Alan Lazard, honestly.
But what are the upside with these dudes? Like, I just don't see it with Tyler Boyd. He's just a wide receiver 3, and he barely was that productive
so
when
there
Jamar
goes
Chase
Njoku.
was out.
He
It's
has
kind of
his
just
games.
It's a cheap way to get exposure to Joe Burrow. Is kind of how I
Yes.
think of it. Is it's really how if I'm picking Boyd around
So
this.
we're about
but
10 away. Let's scroll down a little. Let's see who's kind of past Jacoby a little bit.
Our chaos
Who are we looking at?
chaos pick is I mean, Jacoby's interesting because say Davante Adams is out in Oakland, he gets traded or he doesn't want to play, and it's just Jacoby Myers
Ton of targets.
volume. And it's just look, I know he's not going to score touchdowns. He never scores touchdowns. But just like we're building out a chaos stack. It's very chaos stack, but it's very interesting. Like he could have a lot of projected volume. That's what I'm trying to say.
As we're getting closer to Russ as well, what are we kind of thinking with?
we might have to reach on Russ if we want
Reposition.
the stack.
Because I think with Allen and Russ,
I think I'd rather
feel
have
fine.
Stafford.
Or
I'd rather have
Stafford.
Stafford attached to Kupp than I would Russ to Jeudy.
Okay.
Because it's cheaper.
He'll be cheaper
It's
too.
cheaper.
He's much cheaper. We can just keep attacking our flex spots.
6 picks away. I still like Brian Robson's value. I know we have 4. I would love to get another good wide receiver. I think Alan
I
Lazard
think
is
I'd prefer the wide receiver.
not a bad pick over in this range. I'm not in love with Sky Moore. We already have Christian Kirk, and we're not building out a like Jacksonville Jaguars stack here. We already have some other team stacks, quarterback stacks. So I'm out on Zay Jones. I think.
I don't want Sky. I'm so
Mingo
with
would be a
me.
reach, but Mingo has a ton of upside.
I mean, I'd be going Lazard here.
Kincaid's kind of scream. Kincaid's
he was
kind of screaming
available,
us in the
but
face.
he's
Kincaid's
gone.
really just like literally. Kincaid is just looking at us right in the face. here.
Let's do it one more time.
Staring
Shaun.
at
I mean,
us.
For the Bills stack. I mean, we already have DeAndre
makes a
Swift.
ton of
It
sense.
does. And
Let's do it.
We're kind of looking at reaching at a wide receiver right now, anyways, as we talk through this, and we're about to wrap back. Like some of these guys, like Zay or Mooney or some of them, just like some of them are still going to be
This guy's
there.
already got
for
a
me,
tight
it's
end,
Myers
too,
or
so
Kincaid. It's Myers or Kincaid for me.
we're locking in
If I had to pick
Kincaid
the
if he
two.
doesn't get picked here.
Let's do Kincaid here. This guy's already got a tight end. I doubt he's taking a second one. He should absolutely be here.
Who's this
Wow,
tight
we're
end?
going full Bills.
Oh my god.
But again, like, you want to attach yourself to these potent offenses because those boom weeks, it's like they're going to be spread out to different people, and we've got most of the leading characters.
Basically, we have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a boom week out of the Buffalo Bills every week with this build. So
if we took
The
Damian
Bills scored
Harris,
30
if we took
points,
Damian
we do
Harris
well.
right now,
no, we're not doing that. Okay, lock it in. We got to talk about this. We're 3 picks away. Sky Moore and get some exposure to Patrick Mahomes.
I go Zay
want Sky
Jones.
Moore.
I go Zay Jones if I Zay Jones or we
I'm okay with
reach,
that.
or Mingo.
I'm okay with Zay Jones right at or 1 pick above ADP. Because then we have Kirk and Zay Jones with some exposure to Trevor Lawrence on 2 fronts there. We all believe in Trevor Lawrence this year.
I don't want Sky Moore. Yeah, I would go Zay, Mingo, Mooney, Moore.
It's
in
just
that order.
pure upside. Do we want the correlation with the Jaguar passing game? Or
I think we do.
Or do we just want Mingo?
Tank Bigsby, RB1.
Let's do it. Let's do Zay Jones. Wow.
I'm feeling really good about this roster.
By the way, we're talking about week 17. I mentioned week 17 a little bit. The Jaguars play Panthers in week 17. Not to say that this roster is advancing, but there are some correlation things that people should know about when drafting best ball. Once you advance, you're kind of looking to build some in-game, same-game correlation between week 17 matchups. I'm not saying that Carolina is a very friendly fantasy option, but, in the chance that this team advances, we've got Kirk and Zay Jones against Carolina in week 17. Who else are some week 17 matchups that we have?
Who do the Bills play now that we've drafted their entire offense?
They play Kansas City.
They play the Patriots.
No, sorry, Patriots. Kansas City
17.
plays the Bengals. They play the Bengals.
Okay.
Ooh, how many picks are we up? Oh, 15. I was like, I like
15.
Michael Gallup. I was getting excited about Michael Gallup.
Oh my God.
Okay.
If Michael Gallup is there,
keep
I'm in.
What range does that put us in then, Keegan?
So we're at pick 142. Wow, I nailed that.
Picks past ADP.
142. Yeah. So,
could
that
make
puts us
it.
in Nico Collins.
He might be there.
I'm going to cue up
once
our
you
boy.
get these rounds, people are definitely going to get their guys a bit more than the early rounds. You'll see more reaching here, which I've noticed.
So where is Stafford?
Which makes sense. It's more dart throws.
Where is Stafford in ADP?
He's QB 22. Sorry. So he's at 158 is his ADP. So
Let's cue him up just so we can just see him getting closer.
if we walk away with one of these wide receivers and Matt Stafford in our next 2 picks, I'd be a very happy best ball boy.
Yeah.
Or it rips around and we get Russ earlier. If Russ falls to us, and then we just prioritize the Russ Jeudy stack, and then we move on and we take a wide receiver or running back.
Okay.
We would have taken Stafford.
How many picks away are we? 9.
9.
Russ isn't going to fall.
No,
you would
that
think.
would be surprising.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a QB in front of us that's picking. There goes Russ at 133. All right.
Okay, cool. That makes it easier for us.
So we're going to be higher on Stafford than ADP, but
no, because are you wanting to get Stafford first and not wait? Because
no, I don't think we will, because I think who's the guy who has 1 QB? I mean, why wouldn't he just go Derek Carr or even?
So he's got.
I think we're
Justin
fine
Fields.
waiting on Stafford. I think we can wait on him and still get him on that wrap at 140. What is it, 147?
Yeah, we're already 10 spots above ADP, so we'll probably get made fun of in the comments. But I mean, we're just prioritizing that. Wait, let's see if they have the same buys. We don't want to completely shoot ourselves in the foot. Okay.
Dude. Well, we have 4 Bills players, so
I bet Josh Allen and Stafford. We would really shot ourselves in the foot if they had the same buy.
They have week 13 and week 10 buy.
I mean,
the full buys.
This team makes a lot of sense. We're making bets on the Bills, the Bills, the Rams, and the Broncos,
Jaguars,
and the Jaguars.
Which again, all project to be, top half of the league.
Guys,
offenses.
if Michael Gallup is here at 142, we're taking Michael Gallup, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or how about Adam Thielen, right?
No, I'm good.
I will have 0%. I don't care if I do 100 best ball drafts. I will have 0% exposure to Adam Thielen. It's just not happening.
That's funny. Funny.
Oh, Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren's a guy I like. I get a little excited about that.
Yeah, let's
Craig
hype up
Dulcich,
Jalen Warren.
Stop looking at us like that.
Yeah, stop looking at me funny, Dulcich.
I'm gonna draft him so many times.
Who do we?
Sean Payton offense is so big on tight ends.
Wait,
he's gonna be.
If Gallup gets picked here, who are we going though?
But he's not going to get picked.
Where do we go? Dulcich? Like, what do we?
Do we just go straight up Higbee and Stafford? Michael Gallup. There it is.
Jefferson. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
I love Gallup. Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, we didn't come in with much of a plan B, but that worked out well.
We need a
then
plan
we're
B
just
at
gonna-
quarterback because Matthew Stafford just got
no.
picked. So that is the
I'm
risk
in
that you
shambles.
run.
That is so
I'm
above
in
ADP.
shambles.
We were about to be 10 over. Okay.
So just
God.
thinking out loud here, some quick backdoor
Pickett.
stacks you can build are, I think Juwan Johnson. We could go Derek Carr, Juwan Johnson, and pray that route. Jordan Love.
Could you click on the QB page?
Oh wow.
Wow, Juwan Johnson just got taken too. So, we could just wait and get one of the young guys like Kenny Pickett or CJ Stroud or something
We
like
could
that.
go Brock Purdy.
12
oh,
seconds, guys.
Khalil Herbert. Just take the value.
Yeah,
take the value.
Clear.
Oh my god.
Okay,
my heart
well, that was an
pounding.
absolute snap.
Oh my
Wow.
god. That guy was
Wow,
so
okay.
ahead of ADP on Stafford.
That was the only big surprise I think that we've just faced. That was
Oh my god. I'm a wreck.
Can you
I'm a
look at
wreck
that
right
team?
now. I'm a wreck right now. That was brutal.
Keegan. Can we look at the guy's roster? Why'd he do that? Okay, he only had Justin Fields.
He doesn't.
He just
Yeah,
took 'em.
I mean,
He
he
just
just
liked
took him. Yeah,
just
there's
liked 'em.
no stacks
Stack,
on
it
this
was just a
team.
guy
Just
he
vibes.
liked. Just absolute vibes and Justin Fields, dude. I love that.
okay.
for him.
Khalil Herbert as our RB5 is pretty damn nice. I think that was
I
fine.
agree. I don't know how that's going to shake out,
The
but
good part about this is
still
we've built
like
out
him.
some inner team stacks with different positions that we're stacking with here. I
Yeah.
still wouldn't mind a Tyler Higbee play if he's available when we draft next.
I agree.
Then we have two solid tight ends tied to really good quarterbacks. The problem here is we're running out of solid number 2 quarterback options. I'm thinking
Telling
of
you.
players that you can stack with. Jordan Love is
Brock
very
Purdy.
stackable with his tight ends if we're also punting on tight ends.
Who?
Jordan Love and Luke Musgrave is a potential stack. I am down for a Purdy late round, but we don't really have any SF exposure, but that gives us some to SF just through Purdy.
I'd feel much better about Purdy than Jordan Love.
Is that your bias speaking, or
I don't think that offense is going to be very good.
I don't think Jordan
I
Love's
think-
going to be there either.
he might not be?
Realistically, Pickett will be there.
He was putting up just multiple touchdowns every game. It was just how does he?
Here's
You're
the
getting
thing
exposure to
for
Shanahan.
people who are watching this too. At this 142 spot,
Gross.
we definitely could have prioritized Stafford for the stack. I think we already had a decent wide receiver room built out. Not that I dislike what we did with Gallup there, but
Yeah,
that's an opportunity where
That's
you
a reach.
it is a huge reach, but
that's
if you want your stack sometimes, to go to show, you got to go get it.
Okay, go to the quarterbacks for me, Keegan.
I don't want Kyler Murray.
No. Kyler Murray's
I
not
don't want Jordan
gonna play.
Love.
Kenny Pickett, Bryce
Kenny
Young,
Pickett's not
and
insane.
Trey Lance are the only ones that and Brock Purdy. I think we have Allen, so we don't need to overthink it, right? Josh Allen's going to carry us.
agree.
We're already super over, we're super all in on the Bills. This is our Bills team. So
Yep.
at this point, we could build a back end stack with Bryce Young and Hayden Hurst. That's totally available.
Which I don't hate. Which I don't hate at all.
Hayden Hurst goes around 199.
Yeah, he's typically at the very end. If we're gonna do that, I would say we get Bryce Young with our next pick here for sure.
Well, we're gonna be at pick 166. Who's okay? So everyone's skipping Kyler
think
Murray.
MBS is still on the board here.
Young's at 172 ADP. We'd be, just a half round off on that. And at this point,
This dude's going to take
I
a
don't
QB.
know.
Has to.
This would be a kick to the nuts.
No, he's going Jordan Love.
Let's see who's on his squad.
Is it just Richardson?
Bryce Young. Oh my God.
Well, wait. Keegan back to the board quick.
Okay,
We are on deck.
guys.
It's got to be Jordan. It's got to be Jordan Love.
It's got to be Jordan Love. There's easier
gotta be
stacks
Jordan
to
Love.
build here with tight end, and we've
Yeah.
already kind of punted on that position. So
It's Jordan Love.
Okay.
What
We've
Packer
got
wide
Josh Allen, which
receivers
feels good.
are there?
Jaden Reed, I think.
He's gone.
Did someone take Jaden Reed?
yeah, so
Oh, I just saw him,
Jaden Reed
a
is
second ago.
drafted, but I think Luke Musgrave for our last round pick is somebody that I would be
I think we just take
super
tight end.
down for. The best part about the Green Bay situation at tight end is they're both rookies. There is not a veteran competition that has to be dealt with, so somebody will win.
How many picks do we-
We're on the clock. We're about to be on the clock. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm aware.
Let's
I'm
scroll
aware.
up.
I'm just
Okay.
explaining the
Sorry.
thought
I'm
process
about to have
there.
a panic attack. Keegan, we're on the clock. I mean, Taysom's
He's the big spike.
just staring us in the face here.
Dude, I don't really want exposure to Taysom Hill.
I'm curious if they're going to...
They're gonna use him.
They gonna
Come
use
on.
him?
Think about it. We all draft Kendra Miller, and it's Alvin Kamara who's going to be suspended for the first 4 games. And it's like, Miller's going to go off, but what's actually going to happen?
The thought process behind Taysom Hill and I guess Luke Musgrave, though, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, are we trying to build a backdoor Packers stack here? Is the question.
I'd almost rather just get the value at tight end, I think.
Talk to me.
I mean, I think it's Taysom. I mean, if I'm
I
looking
think
at
I'd
the
rather go
board,
Taysom.
I think we go Taysom.
I don't think I want 2 rookie tight ends also, given how long they take to pop.
I think I like Hayden Hurst later. I mean, look at the tight ends.
I'd be
that are out
fine
there.
with that too.
Dawson Knox.
So we're at 2-5
Michael Mayer, Tyler Conklin,
2-5-6-2.
Gesicki, Hayden Hurst.
No one's talking about Conklin. Conklin was good last year, and Aaron Rodgers loves tight ends. Like, and we don't have to play tight end roulette. Like, Conklin could have big weeks. He had spike weeks last year.
Yep.
I'm down. I would love a Conklin on this roster, and that's somebody we can get like 18 or 19 that might not even get drafted. But I do want to go ahead and get some value at running back and wide receiver here.
Yeah.
Running backs, we could get, let's see. Tajay Spears is good value, I think, here when we pick next. I doubt it'll be available. But
Yeah,
I mean, what about chaos with running backs? Like, at this point, like, I want to predict Miles Sanders misses time, and then all of a sudden Chuba Hubbard is the guy or something. Like, that's an example, right?
Kenneth Gainwell too.
We already have
got
Swift, so
2.
we could double down on the Eagles' backfield, which will probably be more of a committee.
I like the double down on the Eagles
Yeah, it's
backfield
also-
play just because I know that offense will be good and it'll be a good rushing offense yet again. And then
It's 2 very fragile running backs ahead of him as well. Like, it's not insane to think at many points in the year he's going to be the running back 2 there.
agreed.
Which again, I'm not praying on anyone's downfall by any means, but we've seen this before.
Anyone's downfall. Lenny,
I can't stop drafting Claypool, dude, at his ADP. I'm sorry.
kind of like Clyde at the tail end of this draft too. It's like a Claypool. I like Clyde in the
Yeah.
200s. I just think
It's like you're getting them for free at this point.
Yeah. If we're going off the 2-6-8 build, do we wait for a Clyde?
I'd rather take a guy like Claypool here and wait for Clyde personally.
I'm down to
So
get a
I
wide
would-
receiver here. I'm all in on the Claypool value. I think he's way
Yeah.
too low in best ball drafts.
It doesn't make any sense. He's probably going to finish the wide receiver 2 there.
Ooh, I just saw a tweet from Dwayne McFarlane listing off Sean Payton's offensive scoring. His worst.
Oh, I was looking at that.
His worst season was 19th in 2021, but at 4th.
You do have to bear in mind
fourth.
he had Drew Brees for all of them, though. it is awesome. I saw that.
Drew Brees and him were one in this. Like I feel like they had that meld mind. Like they both made each other. I mean, Brees was good before.
I agree.
Payton, and Payton was good before Brees as an offensive coordinator. But it kind of was just like a match.
They
made in
worked
heaven.
really well together. It was. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
So when we draft Keegan,
looking at the board,
we're where?
We're 9 picks away.
about 180, like about
We're in
190.
Claypool territory here. We could go with the Musgrave stack if we wanted to. At the
I'm
end
not
of it,
prioritizing.
there too.
I don't need to prioritize. Like if Musgrave's good, like we get exposure through Jordan Love. Like I think Chase Claypool is a great pick. I like that for best ball in particular. And then if Conklin or Gesicki is there, we just take Conklin or Gesicki. Maybe even Hayden Hurst.
I've been scooping up a lot of Hayden Hurst. Rookie QBs, they're going to, I'll rely on their tight ends
And he's-
super heavily.
And he's not a mobile. Bryce isn't a mobile quarterback, so like that really hurts it. I guess tight
agree.
end rookie. I've seen stats that rookie QBs don't support tight ends, but I don't know. Bryce is really special, so I don't. It's tough.
Mechie's an interesting
John
pick.
Mechie.
I wouldn't have been opposed to that. I think there's kind of a
He's on my Dynasty taxi squad, and I'm just praying he plays. He was so good at LSU.
So Claypool put us at 7 wideouts. I like Claypool.
damn, dude.
Like
I really
Claypool
wish I
here.
knew what was happening with the Las Vegas quarterback situation because Hunter Renfrow right here would have been really,
Might get
really
traded.
good value.
I saw he was like a cut candidate, which I don't really get why.
I think I'm down to go Conklin
He's like-
here, boys. I like our 5
The
running
Raiders are a
backs.
mess.
And then we get a starting
Raiders
tight
are a
end.
mess. I'm cool with Conklin.
I'm cool with Conklin.
I'd rather take a swing. I'd rather not take another swing on a rookie tight end. Conklin, I'd feel a lot safer with, even if it is, a more volatile position.
Where's
I feel better
Clyde
about
going?
a guy like Conklin.
Clyde's going, what, 211?
Let's see.
I'm with you on Conklin, though.
211.
If we could finish this up with Conklin and Clyde,
I'd be pretty pumped.
we'd still have. Yeah, we've got 2 more picks, right?
Let's do it. Conklin.
Okay.
Okay. And then if we get Clyde to round this up, I think we did really well here.
So let's go ahead and look at this through the rounds for us. So third pick, we start with Cooper Kupp. We go Nick Chubb, Josh Allen, just a heck of a start. Hammer wide receivers through 4 through 6. Jerry Jeudy, Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis to complete that Bills stack. Then we start getting some value running backs. DeAndre Swift in the 7th round, James Cook in the 8th, another Bills player. A swing on Javonte that could turn out to be a bargain in the 9th round. Dalton Kincaid at the 10 for the full Bills, Josh Allen experience. Zay Jones for the off Christian Kirk weeks. Michael Gallup at really good value. Khalil Herbert to round out the running back room. Jordan Love because we got sniped.
Dude, we
on
just
Matt
went value.
Stafford.
I think we got really good
just
Taysom
value.
value.
Hill for those
Like-
random 2 rushing touchdowns, and then Chase Claypool, Tyler Conklin, and now we're going to be at 214 where we take a swing on somebody.
Dude, we went just value. Like our rounds 6 through 11 were huge swings. Like we took some huge, Javonte, James Cook, DeAndre Swift is huge swings that may completely fall in our faces. But look, Khalil Herbert ADP
The upside, though,
123
is hard to deny.
147. Javonte ADP 90, pick 99.
There's
Jordan
kind
Love
of falling into our laps.
pick
some of those.
149. We got him at 166. ADP 149. We got him at 166. It's kind of crazy. We let this draft come to us, and we still got that Bills stack, and we got a ton of correlation too, with the Jacksonville Jaguars, correlation with the Broncos. I'm a fan of what we did here.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
I
And then
agree.
these last rounds are kind of what do you think is, what's your favorite swing? I think what I want to do is Clyde here.
want
We
Clyde.
attach ourselves to Kansas
I
City.
completely agree.
Some other options that I'm looking at around this time, if I'm not building out my tight ends early enough, I'm going Hayden Hurst here. Leonard Fournette's always a good dart throw at the end of these drafts. I like Jake Ferguson.
I don't hate Zach Evans too personally. I've taken a couple swings on Zach Evans.
Kind of like Michael
Interesting.
Carter too.
I was about to say, interesting thing here is a lot of the Jets running backs that aren't named Breece Hall are going undrafted. I've seen Israel Adebakanda like get drafted here and there, but not much. And I never see Michael Carter get drafted. Like that would be a very good way to expose yourself to a player that's not getting drafted a lot. So in best ball, these late rounds, like there are people who don't get drafted. You know, I'm sure the percentage of people taking Michael Carter is very, very low. Like that's how you would diversify yourself against a best ball field.
I kind of like Michael Carter if Clyde isn't there because Rodgers has a history of feeding running backs with targets. And, like, I don't know, you follow the Jets much closely. For our listeners, Keegan's a huge Jets fan. Like, Michael Carter's had had a rough year after his rookie year, but
they still have faith in him. Like, I just think the drafting of Israel Adebakanda is more so in the line of why they drafted Breece, but he's a home run hitter, but he's very one-dimensional, where Michael Carter is like a very well-rounded running back. He's actually amazing at forcing missed tackles.
Yeah,
but the Izzy is not a knock on Michael Carter so much as it is like we may have to like have somebody who can
Breece
come in and do the same thing that Breece can do, right? And it's like the Jets don't want to have 11, 12 like play drives. They want to have 6, 7 play drives. That's their game plan. Like that's their motto. So that's kind of what the Izzy thing is.
All right, I'm down for Carter if CEH is off the board.
Wow, there you go.
Wow.
Oh, this
okay.
I'm about to be in shambles. Oh my God! Don't.
These guys have 6 and 5 running backs respectively.
Whoa,
Izzy, holy shit! Okay,
they're taking a running back here.
Yes, they're
taking a running back here.
We need to be ready to pivot here.
Oh, playoff Lenny is there. We're taking playoff Lenny if that's the case. It's 20 spots of ADP value.
Well, this guy just auto picks. He's going to end up with Khalil Shakir. So,
wait, that's our stack.
Oh, let's ride. Let's do it.
It's funny that we were just talking about how players have not been drafting Michael Carter and Izzy, and then there they go right in front of us.
And both of them. Both of them.
It's very funny. So we just ended up with the Kansas City Chiefs running back 1 at pick 214.
Yeah, it's like you guys said. Like I'm not like insanely high on him, but for the price, it's kind of silly not to grab him there.
All right, final board for those curious. I'll just give a little scroll through.
I really like this team.
I think we got a lot of good value. We like took what the board gave us. We got sniped one time on Matthew Stafford. That's on us. But other than that, I like what we did.
We just let the board
we get a guy like Josh Allen. Like you can be a bit like you can gamble on a guy like Stafford there.
We're putting a lot of faith in Jordan Love too. I love it.
Yeah,
I can't say I do. I think it's more faith in Josh Allen to give us a score every week over Jordan Love. How many weeks realistically do you think Jordan Love is going to outscore Josh Allen?
Not that much, but he's interesting. He's got upside. He's got upside.
I'd be shocked if it's more than like 3.
Hey, maybe that's all we need though with this Josh Allen build, right?
That's true. Like, which is the good thing about Hero QB is like you can kind of take this type of gamble at the end because you are kind of putting that belief in Josh Allen.
Dude, if Dalton Kincaid is good, we are off to the races. Like
we're absolutely good.
Our team is good.
Well, that was fun. I think that was a good first experience doing this together. It gets a little hectic when you're trying to show the board, and then all of a sudden you've got 5 seconds before you pick. But it happens.
One more time before we jump, let's show our draft, how we drafted versus ADP.
Yep.
Let's break that down.
So we start with Cooper Kupp at the 3rd. So we go 1 or 2 picks above there at ADP. And then our next pick is Nick Chubb at 22. So we get a little bit of value there. And then after that,
pound wide receiver.
Yeah, we went.
No, then we got Josh Allen fell.
He fell to us. And then, like you said, Shaun, it's wide receiver after that. So you go Jeudy at 46, a little bit off ADP. Christian Kirk, right about at ADP. And then you go Gabe Davis after that. A little early, but we wanted the stack, so I'm cool with that. You go Swift
And then
a little bit past
running
ADP.
back.
Yep. And then after Swift, we went.
I think we just hammered running back, right? We went Swift.
Yeah, we went back to Cook and Williams.
Javonte Williams. Yep. And then we go from Dalton Kincaid at pick 118. And then at 123, we did Jones right at value to get ourselves some Jacksonville correlation there.
Basically, like, we didn't really reach unless we were prioritizing a stack. And for the most part, we really let the board fall to us. Like, we just took what the board gave us, didn't overthink it. We went with guys that made sense for their current construction. I really am happy with what we finished with, what our build was. It was 6 running backs, 7 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, 2
2,
QBs.
6, 7, 3.
I like the 2, 6, 7, 3.
Yeah, especially if you don't get like a.
I mean, 2, 6, 8, 2 makes sense.
Yeah,
too,
but we don't have like a one
build.
tight end that we're like, he's going to be our top scorer every week. Like, there's no Goddard, there's no. Ingrams on this roster or anything like that. Like, we do kind of have to play the tight end roulette, but I like Tyler Conklin at this late round here. I mean,
and Taysom's going to give us some of those weeks too. Like, you know how Taysom is.
We spend all offseason.
He scores 2 touchdowns,
convincing ourselves that Kendre Miller is going to be the big guy while Kamara's out. That's all it takes.
Exactly.
Just watch.
It's going to be
Just watch. That's how it happens.
And he's a tight end for us.
All right, fellas, this was great. This was a ton of fun. There's video proof when we win $3 million. So that's pretty incredible. I'm gonna go.
Proof.
My Josh Allen Bills jersey is in the cart.
Yeah, we all just
get that priority shipped.
With this build here,
dude. We're gonna be rooting for the Bills tough. Like, where it's like Josh Allen has 40 points, or if he tears his UCL, we're just gonna be down bad. Down bad.
And then we've got Jordan Love to will us to $3 million
with no correlation. It'll be great.
It'll be huge.
All right, boys. Well, thank you for joining. We'll probably do this more. We have some funds in the account, so we'll be drafting more Ball Mania teams. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in.